Hey, Yara here. Welcome to my office. So what is divination? Well, there are as many answers to that as there are forms of divination. So rather than getting into different schools of thought into the matter, I'd simply like to provide my perspective. And before I continue with what I believe divination is, I'd like to say that my answer is not definitive in any way. I don't claim that I'm offering any truth to the matter, simply my perspective. So whether or not you believe in spirits, deities, or some divine force, what I'm about to say does not negate that. Anyway, my definition of divination is this: the use of props to provide an outside perspective on a situation by giving the reader a prompt through which to give that perspective. So what does that mean? Well, to me, I'm not reading the future or telling your fortune. Instead, I'm using a prop in order to give either myself or who I'm reading a new perspective on a situation that they may not have seen. This also explains why things like cold readings work. The person that is being given the read then makes an association to the prompt provided by the divination tool and allows them to see their situation in a new light. Now that we have my definition of divination, what sort of props are there and how do you do it? Well, there are lots of different props that can be chosen from. There are more traditional things like tarot, oracle cards, tea leaves, or casting material like runes. These can be presented in a spread or thrown out either into the open or onto a specifically made board or cloth that represents certain things. From there, the position of the item, whether the particular card on the spread or the location of a rune on a casting board, indicates particular things that are then interpreted by the reader. If you don't have any of these traditional items, there are plenty of things that you can use. Popsicle sticks, corn kernels, or the way wax drops onto a surface, all work in the same way. So once you've decided on the prop for your divination, how do you get better? The same with everything else. Practice. Start by keeping a journal dedicated to your divination. Start the day by doing a reading for yourself on how your day is going to go. After you've given yourself a reading, write down what you saw or take a picture of what you'd seen. At the end of the day, review what you've written down and adjust how you interpret for your next reading. The point of this exercise is to sharpen your intuition and allow you to look at situations from outside of your own perspective. So get out there and start divining. You'll be surprised at what you can do with a little bit of practice.